Welcome back, UFL fans. Well, what a game we just saw. I knew the Memphis Showboats were not going to be a pushover, but I didn't think they would be this competitive against my DC Defenders. Shields up, the Defenders are now 2-0. But Ken Wisenhunt, which I thought was a good move for the Showboats and for this league, makes a big difference. This team looked a lot. Last week they looked improved over last season. Tonight they looked a lot better. You know, for all the times I cracked jokes about E.J. Perry when he was with the Panthers, how I wouldn't spend whole many nights trying to figure out how to stop him. Well, today he had a good game. He was 18 of 28, 194 yards, one bad interception. He also did some damage with his legs, running for 26 yards. But I mean, this game was a good defensive game. I mean, this is a good game. The defenders have played the two best games this year in the entire league. I mean, and it got really exciting in the fourth quarter, where we saw back-to-back touchdowns in a couple of minutes, a missed field goal from Matt McCrane, who was 7-0, and a blocked field goal in the end, which was pretty much the final nail in the coffin for the Showboats. Jordan Tamu, 12 of 26, 152 yards, one touchdown, no interceptions. But man, that offense was off tonight. I mean, the offensive line looked good, but their skill positions for the first two games, they got some work to do. I mean, I know what Deion Jackson and Abram Smith are capable of. We know what Jordan Tamu is capable of. And we got some pretty good receivers. And just the time was off tonight. They dropped a couple of passes, which should have been touchdowns, or at least super big gains. And there was a couple of times when they were wide open, and Tamu just didn't throw the ball high enough. But the Showboats are now 0-2. The Defenders are 2-0. And next week, the Showboats will be home against the division rival, the Houston Roughnecks. And for you Showboat fans, please show up to the game next week. I know your team's 0-2, but they're much, much improved over last year. And against the Houston Roughnecks, you have a pretty good chance of winning that game. As for my Defenders, we will go on the road after going 2-0 at home, and we will play the St. Louis Battlehawks at the Battle Dome. We will have the late game on Sunday at 3 o'clock. So that should be another good game. And tomorrow we got a doubleheader. We got Houston and Arlington at noon, and we got San Antonio and St. Louis at 6:30. That is the late game on Fox Sports 1. I think we had 13,142 at Audi Stadium, so it's over 1,100 more people than last week. Still, that's low for DC. It really is. But I tell you what, if they come home in week 4 at 3-0, they'll be on full force. Even with the Capitals in the playoffs. So that ends a Saturday night game. A fun game that was. Had me on the edge of my seat. Fans, let me know what you thought about tonight's game. I'm hoping the rating was good, even though we just went head-to-head with both of the national semifinals games, including that awesome Duke-Houston comeback in the second game. And we also had an all SEC matchup in the first game between Auburn and Florida. Congratulations to the Gators. Good luck against Houston on Monday night. But for the love of football, we will talk to you